Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Elm Creek. There's a lot more balance to it. Now, some people don't seem to like the fact that this game now has... there's a lot more realism thrown in. This is what I'm finding, there's a lot more realism thrown into it compared to what there was. And for some... this isn't something that they like. There are options that you can turn on and off for a lot of it, but not all of it. So there's either going to be mods coming out that will change that, or unfortunately some of the player base may move away from the game as it heads towards a little bit more realism. But I don't think we're going to lose very many people. I think generally the game itself is set to just keep on going. I think this is... personally, I think this game is the gift that keeps on giving. I think it's absolutely amazing. And the realism bits, you can turn a lot of it off. And you can see right here, I'm able to go to sleep at any point of the day. That's not the sleep anywhere, that's the base game. You can sleep at any point of the day. So if you do just want to plant and harvest and not worry about anything else, that is all you need to do. You don't need to go and do anything else. Now, I'm going to speed things up a little bit and go to 120 times speed right there. I've got patches of snow coming down, it seems like. It's like the snow is moving across the map in waves. Okay, that seems to be a pretty cool effect. But we're already getting, like, the grass here is gone white. We got frost on the grass. There's actual frost down on the grass, and it looks like we're starting to get a little bit of snow thinking about settling. It's not like an instant, suddenly everything's white. It's just a little bit of growth there in between where the cars generally travel. This is cool. Quite literally. I don't know if you've got to have an actual period of time for the snow to be falling to accumulate, or if you can just fast forward time for it to accumulate. So I'm going to skip another night, and we'll see if there's anything on the ground when we wake up. January the 1st. It's a brand new year. There's nothing on the ground yet, so it looks like maybe you've actually got to have snow falling for a period of time in order to get something accumulate. There's bits of snow sort of turning up over here. If I have a look at my weather forecast right here, I've got snow falling all the way over to here. There's not gonna be any snow for several hours. Well, I've slept all the way through until January the 16th, and that left us with snow on the ground now. So we've got snow on the fields. There isn't a lot of snow on the roads. I don't know if snow does turn up on the roads, but we do at least have snow kicking around. I know that there are options that we can use for doing stuff with it. Let's have a look and see if we leave any prints or anything like that. Sadly, it doesn't seem to leave marks when you drive around in it. That's a little bit of a shame. I mean, I know why they haven't done that. That was one of the things in Seasons that you could have. Like, you could leave tracks in snow, but you did need to have a slightly more powerful system in order to be able to do it. Because it was an additional layer that was put across. And if you're leaving tracks in the snow and leaving indentations and stuff around, it's going to be a lot more difficult to deal with. So, what I want to know is, can we actually go and pick this snow up and do stuff with it or not? Something that does bug me about the escape menu is that you've got these different items in here. It tells you what different things are. You've got build mode, you've got character creation, explanations, you've got the AI, you've got the icons in the vehicles and the tools, right? It tells you what all these things are. What it doesn't do is... oh, by the way, the snow wall melted. We're in the middle of January and the snow has all disappeared. I'm hoping it'll come back and we can do something with it, but what the icons list doesn't do is it doesn't explain what all of these icons here mean and what they can all do. So, little bit frustrating with that bit, although we do have generally most of them in here. So we've got a whole load of them down there. So we've got stones, herbicide, lime, digestate, most things that you can do things with on here. There is road salt, but snow as an actual item doesn't seem to be a thing. So I'm thinking that maybe you can't actually go and pick the snow up and tip it into other items, like move it around. It's just kind of an extra decorative layer on the map. One thing that we do need to test, though, is if it does cover everything with snow again, so we need to drive around on it with the pickup and see if we get a load of slippery surface on there. Well, it looks like we've just about run out of snow. We do have today with snow, but the temperature is starting to climb, so it's unlikely that we're going to have anything settle. Then we've got more snow there, but the temperature looks like it's climbing again. So, I think that's it for snow. We've not had very much. To be honest, it's a bit disappointing. I was wanting to do a little bit more testing with it. So we got it coming back, but I'm not holding out much hope that we're going to get results from this. It's in the middle of February. Just let the map kind of catch up with our overnight. Although I doubt... I mean, it's giving us that we're sort of frosty at the moment. Saying right now that it is 0 degrees, currently -2. I think as soon as it goes to +1, it warms up, and any snow that might be on the ground then disappears. I was really hoping that we would get a bit more in the way of the snow. Yeah, that's it for snow now. It's going to warm up. That's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping to be able to do a bit more with it, but we'll have another look at that next winter, and we'll see if we can get anything. We need to start planning what we're going to do here. So we're going to want to plant sorghum. Sorghum is going to be planted in that field over there, and I'm going to want to put something in this one here in this small field. I'm thinking oats, maybe. That'll give us a little bit more straw available. And the next lot of straw that we have, we're going to keep because I'd like to get some animals. I'd like to get some animals going. We've got arable stuff here. I'm planning to do sheep in the hardcore series, and I'm doing cattle to start with in Hobay Laron in the time-lapse series. So I'm kind of thinking in here that we could start off with some pigs. Just for our first animals. I mean, yeah, we'll also get some... bees, I think, as well. We'll get those in March. But let's go and have a look at the animals here. We got pigs. We do have chickens as well. We can feed them with wheat, barley, or sorghum. So we're planting sorghum, and we've already got barley, so that will be able to feed them. The pigs in here, they do need a wider variety of food. Now, sorghum is an option there for the pigs. So I don't know what that one's going to be, whether it's also going to be... Because you got the wheat and the barley is one that we had before. I think the sorghum might be... the sorghum will be sort of coupled in with one of those, rather than extra alongside the corn there. I think the corn is still going to be one on its own. So we can go here and we can have 30 pigs out in just an outdoor pen like this. We've got 100,000 for a bigger pig pen here, like this. Or there's 164 for the really big pig pen, which is this one. That takes 270 pigs, that one does. This is 108, and this one is 30. I think they've got those numbers right. They haven't got right, in my mind, is the sheep. 15 sheep, that's nothing. 25 in a regular sheep barn, and only 65 in a large sheep barn. 65 sheep is not a large flock. 65 sheep is a very small flock of sheep. A large flock of sheep is 1,500 sheep. That's a bigger flock. I think they've got the numbers wrong with sheep. Cattle, pigs, chickens, they seem to be about right. You've got a small chicken pen with 30. You've got a bigger one with can have up to 360. That seems to be... little excessive, but 360 for chickens is not very many. So the sheep numbers do seem to me to be a little bit off. However, we would go one of these for the pigs. Just not sure where we would put it just yet. I don't think we will put the pig pen over on this side. I'm wanting to put some greenhouses down here in this field. Just not sure what greenhouses we're going to put there. So first up, let's go and have this one. We're going to put this rock collector right there. And we'll run down here and we will get that seed drill. We don't need to do any more preparation in the field over there. We don't need to do any more preparation in either of the fields. So we can hook that one on and that's ready. He's got barley in him at the moment. And if I go and have a look in here, this one, sorghum, we're going to wait till April before we can plant the sorghum. But oats we can plant here. Corn, we got to leave it a little bit. And soybeans, we got to leave it a little bit. Oh. If I want pigs, I'm going to want soybeans. Oh, what about canola? Canola's a winter crop. So we're going to plant that one much later. I don't want oats or anything. Oats is only useful for horses, and I'm not interested in keeping horses. So sorghum and beans, I think, are the ones that we're going to want. Sorghum because it's the new crop, and then beans because we need that for the pigs. So we will do that. Let's get some shut-eye. Which means that March isn't really going to do a lot. I mean, we can put down some beehives. So we'll do that next. Our first winter here we haven't really done a lot. We have done a bit of running around on the map. We've had a look at a few different things. We've picked up a number of toys. And now we're spending our money again. But generally speaking, there's not a great deal for us to do at this time of year, it seems. Later on, once we've got some animals and things like that, then that's going to change. So we've got others in here. This is one that we haven't looked at. And that is the doghouse. We can go and put that one in. Right there. I'm not planning on having a dog in most of the series. But I think we will put the dog in this one. As I know there's a lot of you that would actually like me to have the dog. So I will bring Le Dog in over here. We'll put that one down there. Like that. Only one per farm for that one. And then we're going to go and get some bees. So we need to be able to put down this one, which is where the honey will accumulate. That's where we go and pick up the honey from, and then we can load it onto a trailer. We can load it onto this trailer. So where are we going to want our honey collection to be? I'm thinking our honey collection would actually work quite well if we would just like put it out here somewhere. That might end up getting in the way. I can put it back here a bit, actually. Close to that silo. That's the ideal situation for it. Right there. It's the ideal spot. So we go to painting. And then if I go to... We've got asphalt or tarmac. If you're in the UK. We could just have a dirt texture there. I think we will... We've got gravel here. Which is kind of the texture that they've used here along, not with the asphalt, with the dirt. Oh no, it's that dirt. Animal mud. I haven't got any other options. That's it for in here. There's other options on some of the other maps. But it's very limited, the options that they've given us on this map. I'm a little bit disappointed with that, I will admit. I'd hoped that we would get a few additional options with this. Now, if you're very careful with the square thing... It was a lot easier to do square painting last time. Press V to turn it to a circle. You can still do it like this. If I paint near the edge, that'll get rid of the grass around the silo like that, which I actually want to do. And then I can just paint out a bit more with the gravel, kind of like that, I think. There we go. And we'd want to get rid of this around the silo here. Just these bits going in behind here, that would be gravelled out. So we wouldn't have all of this grass that we've got around there at the moment. That seems a little bit ridiculous having all that in there. If you'd gone and built these silos, you definitely wouldn't be having grass growing through the bottom of them, not like that. So we'll put this down to stop that grass growing through, at least on the front side of it. Make it look a little bit more respectable. There we go. Still a little bit in here, I've seen. There we go, I think I got it now. And in through there. See? There. Bring that out like that. Right, that'll do. We'll leave the back of it. That can stay sort of growing up like that. And then we've got that one for the bees, for the honey to accumulate. So there's a number of different sized hives that you can get. Now, they have a set range on them. All of the beehives have a set range on them, ranging from about 50 meters with that one all the way up to, I think it's 150 meters with that one. Canola, sunflowers, and potatoes will get a roughly, we believe it's 3%. Petro Grace Mark on our Discord channel has already done some testing with the beehives and the crop yield increases. It seems that it's about a 3% increase. It only works on canola, sunflowers, and potatoes. But you do get roughly a 3% increase if you choose to use it. Now, what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm not going to go for the really big hives. I'm going to put that one in. Now, the problem is finding the direction that they face. I think that's the forward-facing bit. So I'm going to put it there, like that. Let me come out of this. And you know what? We're just going to go to sleep for a minute, because we don't want to be doing this at night time. And then we'll put down another couple of beehives as well, so that we start accumulating a bit of honey money. Honey money is good. We would like to get some of that. So we go over to this way, and the bees... That one's facing the wrong way. So have a look here. It's the direction that the yellow one is facing is the direction the bees go. I wanted them going out across the field, so we're going to do that. I'm going to go back into construction. Right in there, and if I click on that one right there, I can sell it immediately. Yes. Doesn't tell you the direction that the bees come out of that hive, but it does appear to be the yellow is the front. So there, that's the direction I want the hive. I'll put that one down there. There we go, that's much better. And then this one here, the front of that one should be fairly obvious, he says. You kept bees for years, Frith. Come on, you should know this by now. It's the front of the beehive. That's the front right there. So I can put another one there. I could put it next to it like that. We can move this one around. I mean, this is only a little tiny hive, so I'm actually thinking that this one, I can't put that over on that side of the river. It'd be nice to be able to... I'm not going to use a small one, actually. Again, I won't use a small one. I would like to use this slightly bigger one. But I've also got to remember the way that the landscaping works at the moment, which is that it does not like you to do any landscaping near it once you've placed something down. So we're going to landscape first. We'll go to here, and then I will level that bit out over there like that. And I'm going to level it over a bigger area like this. And that way, then, I can go back to the animals, I can go to the bees, and I could have that one right there, or I could have a really big beehive here. And I'm actually thinking I would like to go for the biggest one, so we can get a bit of an idea of how much honey that we do get from that one. So that one's going to pop out there like that. Then I'm going to go back to the landscaping, and I'm going to go to the smooth function right here. And I am going to try and smooth the land around the front of that beehive a little bit. Around here. There. I did say that I didn't want to get that really big one there, but now I've gone and committed. I've got it. I put another one right next to it. Kind of like that idea. You shouldn't put them like that, though, because you get drift from one lot of... Whichever way the prevailing wind is, it ends up causing the bees to drift into the hives furthest away from the prevailing wind. It's quite a common thing. So what you should actually do is you should have your hives all facing in different directions. So if I've got those over there, I should be placing that one facing in that direction so that it helps to minimize drift between hives. Landscaping. Let's just try and smooth out in front of them a little bit there. Alright, let's leave it like that. So we've got that hive right there, and I've already got 37 litres of honey coming in. This is fantastic news. I've got a dog over here now. He's wandering around in the field at the moment, so let's go and see him. Hello, dog. How are you? We can pet. Tell him to come. We can throw him the ball, I think, as well. To pet. Who's a good boy? Ultimate pawsomeness. So do we get other achievements for doing anything with the dog? There is the ball over here. We could do something with that. Fill the bowl for Ursula. Right, where's Ursula's bowl? Fill bowl. Oh. There's the bowl right there. And you can pick that one up. Fetch. Brings the bowl, brings it back. There we go. Alright, so we've got that right there. Now, in order to be able to see the dog properly, we're going to want to be... Let me just slow the time scale down a little bit. If we're going to want to see this dog properly, or at least the animal bowl for the dog, we're going to need to just paint in a little bit here. So we'll go with the dirt texture, should we? You know what, actually, I'm going to go there with the grass texture. I find that if you work with it, you press V... if you have the help thing up there, it does actually tell you. But the grass texture, it just puts green on the ground like that, rather than anything else. And so then that'll get rid of the plants. And then if you want to have grass, you can still put grass down there. You just got to do it like this. You've got to put it down in sections like that. And then we can go and put some flowers down as well if we want to. So we can decorate it a little bit. And there's shrubs that you can put in. All sorts that you can do. So I could put, say, a little bunch of flowers over here as well, like that. There. And then we've got the dog bowl up that way. Let's go to sculpting here. Can I sculpt very much? Yeah, I don't think I can sculpt very much with this one. I could try doing that, and that's as low as we can get that. It's not allowing me to sculpt anywhere here because it's too close to the farmhouse. But anyway, I do have this. The dog bowl is unfortunately stuck in the ground a little bit. There's not a lot that I can do about that. I can fill up the dog bowl like that so that you can see it a little better. We can at least see it a little bit more clearly now that we move things out of the way and we've got the flowers there. How do I get the dog to come over? Dog! Where are you? Here he is. Right, we have a dog, and we have flowers, and we have a nice place for the dog to live, and apparently the dog is magic dog. Very magical dog. Right, well, we'll leave that one doing magical things, and we need some sleep, and then what we're going to need to do is we're going to want to get some sleep, but we're also going to want to go and get a forklift so that we can start moving those. And stashing them away. We're either going to be putting them into the barn up here, or we need to move stuff out of the way, and we can start storing them down here until we have a trailer load, and then we kind of load them up or something like that. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do things yet. What? What? What do you want me to do? I can say go home. Pick up the object. Throw. She will follow me now. Or is she going to take... No, she's going to take that home. Right. So then I can go here and I can just say, right, you go home. And the ball will stay there until such time as I log off and go and do something else. Anyway, sleepy time. And it is April the 1st. No April Fools here, though. Let's have a look at the weather. It is going to stop raining very soon, and then we're going to have a dry but cloudy day, which means that we can start doing our planting. Which is good, because we need to get sorghum in the ground, and we also need to get the beans in the ground ready for storing for our pigs. We're slowly running out of money. I got to get a forklift yet, so that we can start moving the honey to get the honey money. And how much do we actually get for selling our honey? We've got a pallet that we can go and sell immediately, should we so desire. Where's the honey? There's the honey. Whoa! 2,009 Johnson's Farmers Market, 2,900 per 1,000 litres. This time of year is actually the best time of year for selling honey. That's pretty good. I like that. Johnson's Farmers Market. I don't even know where that one is. I think that one is up in the corner up here. Sawmill. Johnson's Farmers Market is all the way up there. It's not actually that far away. It could be a lot worse than that. So, but I mean, we don't have a lot of we don't have a lot of honey at the moment. We got 120 liters, and that's it. This is something that does frustrate me about the honey, is that it only puts it out one pallet at a time. We'll get a forklift a minute, and then we can. No, before we do that, let's start planting, shall we? We need to get that one underway. Alrighty then, I am back with a new round of recording. I've got a whole load of mods that have now become part of my game. I was about to start planting, I just can't remember what I was going to plant. Can we plant sorghum just yet? Because that's what we can plant sorghum. Right, okay, so we want to put sorghum into this field up here. You probably notice in the top left-hand corner, I now have the vehicle inspector mod going. That one's been updated. And then also down in the bottom right-hand corner over the stuff that sort of shows what is on... Why aren't you doing anything? Wrong season... Oh, because I don't want barley here, that's why. It's telling you all the details there, what we've got in our seeder. So they're saying soybean 600 litres, 100% oilseed radish. It's actually giving the full description of the crops there instead of just a little bit, just a symbol. And that is the multi-fruits HUD or so. I can't remember the exact name of it, but there's a link to that one in our Discord as well. And then up in the top left-hand corner, you've got the vehicle inspector mod, which shows you all of the details. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.